This podcast is for entertainment and commentary purposes only. The views expressed by the hosts and guests are their own and do not reflect any organizations or affiliates. This show may contain adult language and mature themes. Listener discretion is advised. Portions of media may be used under fair use for commentary and criticism. Nothing discussed on this podcast should be taken as professional, legal, or financial advice.
It's JM and Digz, two kids that never quit. From the ring to the booth, yeah, they still talk their shit. Hey! Thursdays on your feet, little ones, you don't skip if you can't.
Yeah, buddy. Welcome to the newest episode of the JM and Digz podcast. I am JM.
Digz.
All right, and we are about to get into the newest episode. And thank you so much for joining us for this far in. What is it? Episode 8?
9?
9? Is episode 9? I'm confused. I don't even know. But I appreciate
9.
everybody. I appreciate everybody being here for the entire journey. Thank you so much, Digz. We are going to continue off the story from last week to start the show because this has become a Cinderella story here in Rhode Island, and I cannot believe this has happened. And it hits very close to home, especially with our coworker at work telling us the details. His son's in the same league with this kid and going right to local news. Unbelievable. It is incredible that Blackstone Valley School's hockey team wins the Division II championship title after quadruple overtime. Quadruple overtime, Digz. This is ridiculous.
I knew that when I saw it.
Down to nothing with 2 minutes to play, the comeback began with a desperate surge that cut the lead to 1, followed by a legendary second goal made by the kid himself that was involved. His family was involved in the infamous Pawtucket shooting that has plagued this poor kid's existence and plagued the state of Rhode Island's existence like recently with everything that has just happened. Like, it is incredible that this kid has been able to find a way to just beat all this adversity and find a way to use his energy and help his team win this championship. It was an incredible story, Digz. What do you think about everything that just came to the fruition for this kid in the last 24 hours?
I think this kid's going to see some nice movie checks.
I was actually talking about this with our coworker today, and the problem with that is, do you really think that they owe him anything? Like, that's the problem with Hollywood, right? Like, if they're gonna write this story because it's such a public story, the only checks they're gonna write him is if they use his likeness, use his family's likeness, or use his family's name. But it's very easy for a Hollywood studio to come in, write this story, rename everybody, and then just take this story from them. And that's the saddest thing I think about the whole thing. This story needs to be told truthfully. This story needs to be told the right way. And then this individual, this young man who is a senior in high school, needs to be like expressed the right way. How the hell do you tell this story any other way but the true way? And if they do it, then whoever is behind it, God rest their soul.
They'll find a way, like you said.
Well, I just can't get behind that. I can't get behind it. It better be told the right way. It better be told truthfully, and it better be told with, especially this young man's story being told the right way. I mean, it's like, all right, just to go into this even deeper, for the game itself that happened last night. This just happened last night. That's how new this is. The comeback began with a desperate surge, cut the lead into one, followed by a legendary second goal made by Colin himself to send the game into overtime just as the clock gasped in its final breath. What followed was a marathon of nerves and a grit that stretched through three scoreless extra periods, with both teams playing on pure instinct and exhausted adrenaline. Finally, deep into the fourth overtime, Blackstone Valley found the back of the net one last time to break the stalemate, completing an historic rally and securing a championship title that will be remembered as the longest and most resilient victory in the program's history. That is what we got out of that young man and his team, and that team rallying around him. I mean, damn. And I was very fortunate today to work with a man that his son plays in the same division, plays in the same league, friends with a lot of the same friends of this young man. And what I was told was there is one factor of this entire story that is not being told, and that is the head coach of Blackstone Valley. Blackstone Valley's head coach is a very student or player first coach. He knows how to relate to his players. He knows how to relate to his students. He knows how to relate to the people around him. He had to deal with one of the hardest adversities that any coach in the history of any standard of coaching, whether you're high school, collegiate, or even professional, you had, like, this is a different level of adversity you have to overcome, and he was able to do that. He was able to relate. And with what I heard from people that we know, after the shooting, obviously the young man whose family was involved in that shooting had to take a little break. I heard that when they were practicing without him, he said it was hard. We were flat. It was about 15% of competition when we were practicing. When Colin finally came back and returned to the team, all of a sudden it seemed like we got amped up to 90% or more. And it took that young man's adversity to amp up the rest of the team to get them to where they are now. They beat two of the best teams in the state based off that young man returning and playing the way they played. And it's everything for a team to rally around a teammate's adversity for this type of hype and this type of victory to happen. I am so proud of this team. I am so proud of this individual. I am so proud of all these Rhode Island athletic students to have done what they've done and overcome what they've had to overcome. I can't imagine being almost a 40-year-old man to have to deal with the shooting, to see that these young kids that are not even 20 be able to overcome what they've overcome and do what they did is probably the most inspirational and the most impressive thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm just so grateful for all of them and inspired by all of them. And I wish them nothing but the best of luck going on in their futures.
Has anything been said about colleges looking at him? Or
I have no idea. The only thing I know is the story has been so inspirational for the young boy Colin, that the Las Vegas what's the pro team Knights?
it's what their jerseys are based off of.
the NHL Las Vegas team signed a jersey and sent it to him. That was before last night's game. He got that, so he received that before last night's game. That's all I know. What he chooses to do with his future, who knows? I don't. I do not know. I don't know if he's going to college. I don't know any of that. But for what this young man has had to overcome and do and what he's done, he did not even score 2 goals in the regular season this year. And then in this playoff run of theirs, and especially since the tragedy happened, he scored like 8. So that alone should tell you that this kid's on another level right now.
I did not know he didn't score any goals off the rest of the season.
Yeah. He scored more goals in the postseason than he did in the regular season. He's a defender. His natural position is defense. So, yeah, incredible run for him, and for him to get these opportunities is just absolutely incredible. So yeah, I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for Pawtucket. I'm so happy for Blackstone Valley. Yeah, incredible run for these guys. I appreciate them so much. And yeah. Anything else for you, Digz?
Yeah. It's like you said, proud of them. This story couldn't be written any better.
Well, going off of what we talked about last week, we talked about will it be a movie? Well, they did it. They won the Division II championship. The story is finished. So, yes, I think it will be a movie one day because now they finished the story. But here's the question, and it was questions we asked last week. Will the story be what it is and what we know it is, or will they rewrite it? Will Hollywood do its typical thing and rewrite it in their image that sells tickets? And that's the problem.
It'll get rewritten in there, like good old Hollywood way.
And that's the sad point of it. That's the sad point of it. I don't want to see the story written in any indirect way or any wrong way. I want it to be written the way it happened. And what just happened last night is the way it happened. This young man lost his mother, his father, his fucking grandfather. He's lucky his grandmother is still alive. His fucking like his whole like way of life changed that day of that shooting. He had to completely rethink his life. And then at the time of the shooting, he didn't even know his grandmother was going to live because his grandmother was in critical condition too after that shooting. She gets shot. She went to the hospital. She was in critical condition. She lived. That was just, that's just the way it worked. Also, the other big story of this game last night, his brother's fiance, the brother that was in the stands that got killed, his brother's fiance was there last night wearing her fucking engagement ring. Wearing her engagement ring. And she said her hero was her fiance because when the shooting started, he jumped in front of her and saved her life. Telling a story that no one knew before. That his brother was a hero. That she was in harm's way and he jumped in front of her to take the bullets. Hard information to take. Hard information to take right there. I mean, to know that someone you love and cherished and are ready to take the vows to spend the rest of your life with was ready to immediately sacrifice their life before you took those vows must be one of the hardest things to live with going forward. She has to now move forward and then eventually find a way to move on with the life. That's going to be so hard for her, and I feel so bad for her. But it's the sad reality of a tragedy, all based off the actions of a sad individual that was very lonely. So, I mean, it is what it is.
At least it's somewhat of a happy ending tied to this.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy for us on the outside looking in to say, "Oh, what a happy ending! This guy won a championship." But
It's never going to be happy. It's
well, I think the hardest part of all this is happening to that poor kid now. I mean, now hockey's over. Now high school's over. He graduates. His sports reign's over. Unless he goes to collegiate sports or moves on, like you know what I mean, like. Where is his outlet? How does he find a way to take that energy, take that aggression, take all that extra juice that he has now because of everything that happened? That's all going away now. How do you just jump back into civilian life and figure out a way like I don't have to go to practice every day. I don't have to play a game every week. Like that's going to be the adjustment for the poor kid. Like, how do you go to college and then do like whatever the fuck, like whether you're doing like I don't know, like a bullshit college job or on top of your college courses, like how do you find that same expression that he's found during this entire situation? Like that's gonna be the hardest thing of it all. Like it's crazy. It is just crazy.
only that is besides losing his actual family. Now that the season's over, they're all moving on. He's losing his hockey family.
His,
So like,
his and based off what happened, his hockey family is his family, right?
yeah.
Like he,
And at this point, is they're all going to kind of go their ways, go different colleges. Like even having that support system now is going to
It's gone.
slowly dwindle.
yeah, it's gone. It's gone. Yep. But regardless, congratulations to Blackstone Valley, and congratulations to the young man Colin. And I'm super happy that this story got its Cinderella ending, and it's crazy that it happened the way it did. And I think based off the topics that we talked about last week, I think you're right. I think eventually this will be a story that we will see in the future. It'll be retold in one way or the other as a movie or a short or a series or whatever the hell it might be. I think we definitely will see this in the future as a retold story. But for those of us that followed the story, whether it's locally or just followed it meticulously, like our producer Sanchez, we'll know when the reboot comes out. We'll know if it's told factual or not. We know the facts that what it really is, and if it's told the right way or not. Either way, we know that this young man deserves all the credit in the world for what he's done, taking a real life horrific situation and using it as motivation and turning it into one of the greatest sports motivational runs I've ever heard in my goddamn life. And I just have so much respect for everything he's done in this run. And I wish him nothing but the best for his life going forward after high school. So shout out to that young man and shout out to his team. Yeah, that's all I can say. I'm getting a little emotional. Sorry.
It's all good, bro.
All right, moving on to the NFL. I don't got a lot here. We only got a few headlines here, but just moving on to the NFL. Just a couple headlines going forward. A lot of it's like myth and rumor, but for the straight headlines that we did get, Panthers and offensive tackle Rasheed Walker agreed to terms on a 1-year deal. Outside of that, Giants signed wide receiver Darnell Mooney to a 1-year, $10 million deal. Let's see here. Jonathan Allen signing with the Bengals. Eagles signed tight end Dallas Goedert for a 1-year deal. Ex-Falcons offensive tackle Elijah Wilkinson. He took the time to blast his old team for no reason, but good luck with that clown show over there. Hold on. We get a lot of misinformation here, what I cannot stand. Oh, here's a big one. Here's a big one. I got it. All right. Did you hear about this, Digz? So, do you remember who the quarterback was last year for the Jets, our division rivals?
No.
Do you remember the name Justin Fields?
Yes.
All right, Justin Fields was the head coach, was the quarterback of the New York Jets last year. He was our division rival. Before the New York Jets, he was a Chicago Bear. Okay, so he was a new Jet last year for them. This is the funniest thing about that whole story. The Jets traded Justin Fields to the Chiefs for a 2027 6th-round pick. So the quarterback that we faced last year is now going to be a backup for Patrick Mahomes over there in Kansas City. And we now don't even fucking know what quarterback we're going to play against with the Jets. And I'm going to say two things. Between the Jets and the Miami Dolphins, I don't know what those two teams are now doing in our division. Now, if you think about the last 5 years, well, we'll say 6. We'll say 6 years, right? Digz, last year, me and you went to the first preseason game of last year. We saw that the team was good. We never knew they were going to go to the Super Bowl. We didn't think that at all, right?
No.
But we didn't know the Jets and the Dolphins were going to be as bad as they were as division rivals. So now, all of a sudden, you think about this. Tua Tagovailoa is no longer the Miami Dolphins quarterback. And now Justin Fields is no longer the quarterback for the New York Jets. But we're rebuilding to try to go back to the Super Bowl with the team that we had.
Mm.
How does this happen within the course of less than 2 years? How is it this division is so bad that the division is only run by 2 teams, and that's Buffalo and New England? How does that happen? I just don't get it. I don't get it. Like, the Dolphins were beating our ass for the better part of 5 years. The Jets had the opportunity to beat our ass for the better part of 5 years. They still couldn't figure it out. I'm just so confused on how we're at this point where now the Jets are back to being the Jets, and then the Dolphins are now less than being the Dolphins. They're like the Jets.
Is there any rumors on who they're gonna pick up?
That's the problem. I like the quarterback circle is so scarce. They're gonna have to draft a quarterback. So we're looking at a rookie quarterback for the Jets next year. And then we're looking at Malik Willis being the quarterback for the Dolphins next year, who's been a backup for the last 5 years in the league. So I don't even know. I do not even know anymore what is going on in the AFC East. I feel like sometimes this division just finds ways to give it to us. Last season, I felt like we earned it, but now it just seems like they're giving it to us. It's just really us and the Bills. That's all. The only team we have to worry about in the AFC East is the Bills. That's it. If it's Jared Allen, it's the Bills. That's what we're going to worry about. That's it. In their new stadium.
Is that?
That'll be officially open this year. That'll be officially open.
We need to travel and go to more stadiums.
I'm down to go to Buffalo, bro. It's not that far from us. I'm down to do a road trip, but we're gonna have to have money for that. But anyway, moving on. The Eagles signed Marquise Brown to a 1-year deal. That's Hollywood Brown, aka formerly of the Ravens. Also a big controversy now is that what's the company called? Damn it. What's the company that makes all the gear now for the NFL?
Fanatics.
What is it?
Fanatics.
Fanamic. What was it called? Fanatics?
Fanatics.
Yeah, they're doing a celebrity football league. And
Really?
yeah, and I guess Tom Brady went on Logan Paul's podcast recently, talked a bunch of shit. And then that pissed off Rob Gronkowski. Rob Gronkowski went on his social media, talked a bunch of shit. And then recently they were at like a joint event. Rob Gronkowski and Logan Paul went face to face. And who was there to break them up was little Kevin Hart. So that happened recently. And that was a fucking shit show because how is that guy going to stop anything? But anyway, I guess he's in the whole Fanatics fucking celebrity game too. So, yeah, there's a lot of shit going on with that.
I saw something went down between Tom Brady and Logan Paul.
So Tom was on Logan Paul's podcast, and then he made a comment to Logan Paul on his podcast talking about WWE, saying, "Yeah, what you do is cute, but what I do is real." So that was pretty much what Tom said. So that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. But for a guy that doesn't understand WWE, can you blame him for saying it? Or was it a publicity stunt and he said it on purpose to promote the celebrity flag football game coming forward? So I don't know. I don't know. You can look at it either way, but the Paul brothers are fucking kings at promoting bullshit. So at the same time of thinking Tom's real about this, I could see it just being a big ploy to promote the goddamn game, because if it wasn't for this, who gives a shit? But
Yeah, bring a little drama to it.
yeah, Sanchez, you could probably find the Rob Gronkowski Logan Paul clip. It's very short. It's very popular right now. It's probably trending right now. But like that clip right now is going viral of these two just seeing each other, and then Kevin Hart gets in between them. And you could tell that Rob Gronkowski's kind of playing a role because he's like acting like, oh, who's even breaking us up right now? Who's even breaking us up right now? Because Kevin Hart's so short. It was just like a big diss to Kevin Hart, really, at a certain point. But
is it this one? Let me see if it's this one.
yeah, let me know. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Yeah, there it is. That's it. That's it. Well, pause it real quick. So if you actually look back where you can get right there, where Logan Paul's full screen, there it is. If you look at Logan Paul, he is not Logan Paul right there. He is WWE Logan Paul right there. That is WWE. That is Paul Heyman coached Logan Paul. That is not regular Logan Paul. That is
Crazy height
WWE.
difference.
There is a difference. There's a difference between Logan Paul and then Paul Heyman Logan Paul. There's two different Logan Pauls. And that is Paul Heyman Logan Paul. That's what that is. So
I actually look at Gronk and he had a little smirk on his face.
Yeah, Gronk didn't play it off that well, but that's what it is. That's what it is. Anyway, all right, let's move on. We're running out of time here, but let's get in and bring in our best friend, our good friend, the one and only Toshi Oh.
Oh, what's
Uh-oh.
going on, guys?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
What's up? I'm good, man. How you doing?
I've had
How was your
better
day?
days. I've had better days, but we're not gonna talk about that on stream.
Nah, I got you, man. Yeah, and I feel you. It's been all right today, Thursday, typical Thursday. I don't do shit on Thursdays, but
Nice.
hang out with you, beautiful man.
That's what we want. That's what we want.
Yeah, that's it, bro. All right, so let's get into it. Because right now, especially in the NBA, we're hitting that point of the season where everything starts to matter. Like this is real playoff positioning now.
Okay.
So first thing I want to bring up is the MVP race. You got Shea putting up like 31 points a game, efficient, consistent. You got Jokic basically averaging a triple double almost every game. You got 26 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists.
So this
And then
is
you
like
got Wemby.
this
I'm
is like
sorry.
this is I'm sorry, this is like the MVP race. This is what we're talking about.
Yeah. So these are like the top three names right now that are like right now the people are speaking of the most. All right. So you got Wemby, who scored 24 points, 11 rebounds, and almost 4 blocks a game. And he's lately been almost scoring like 30 points a game. So yeah, it's like, what do you even value more here?
How
You
many
know,
games? How many games left do they each have to really
um, I think it's
determine?
like 12 to 13 games left now.
Okay, so they
So
don't have
everything,
much.
yes, everything is.
So they don't have
Yeah,
much left to like really separate themselves from the pack.
nah, not really. So it just really comes down to the wire.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the biggest thing that just happened, Cade Cunningham going down. He plays for the Detroit Pistons. Due to collapsed lung. Detroit right now is 49-19. They're the top team in the East. So Cade giving you 24 points, almost 10 assists, controlling everything. So I don't know. Now the East, it kind of feels wide open again. It was at
Yeah.
one point where you thought Detroit was just gonna take it all the way.
So when you say collapsed lung, what was that an in-game injury or did that happen?
I don't think it was an in-game injury. I think it just happened.
That's like a more out of game injury, you think?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's a very rare injury. I mean, in football,
Right.
that's something that happens occasionally, but in basketball, I'm actually shocked to hear that.
Yeah. No. Yeah. But yeah. So Boston's still there. Knicks is in the mix. Cleveland as well. So right now it's now seeding is everything. And overall you can feel it. The league is shifting. Um, Anthony Edwards already hitting 10,000 points, and he's only 24 years old. Shea's here, Wemby's here. The next generation is already taking over. I don't know if you want to ask any
What's up?
questions.
What's Boston's record right now?
I'm sorry.
What's the Boston's record?
If I'm not mistaken, like, Sanchez, if you look that up for me real quick, I think they're like 45 or 46.
I don't know the record, but
They're 46-23.
I do,
46-23.
I did,
The Knicks is what, 46-25 or something like that?
Yep.
I did,
And so it's close. The East is close.
I did see though that Tatum started getting his rhythm back for the first time.
Yeah.
after
Oh,
surgery.
yes.
They're talking about that in the news this
And
morning.
he came back at the right time.
Yeah, you'd rather have him come back late in the season than early in the season.
Well, I think it's a smart move. Because your team is basically still in it and still have the chance to win. So if him coming back gives you the chance to win it all, why not bring him back?
Yep. Yep.
It's not like Halliburton from the Pacers. That team is almost dead last, about to probably be the worst record. So there's no point of bringing him back.
I cut you off real quick from the chat. They're hitting from the dungeon says they're hitting that many points because the teams are weak ass now, not like the '90s. New Jersey needs a damn basketball team again, man.
Can I interject with that real quick?
Go ahead.
I actually went to the last New Jersey Nets game when
Did
it
you?
happened. I was there, yeah, and it was the most
Wait,
boring
who did they play?
fucking the 76ers.
Nice.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and they got mollywopped. That's all I remember. They were because they weren't a great team at the time. They weren't really a great team for a long
Well, yeah,
time.
during that time, they were already hitting that stretch where they were just getting worse because they were good at one point.
Yeah, it was cool to be there though. It was an experience. That was my first and only basketball game I've ever been to.
I think going to any professional sports team or sports game is such an experience because when you go to
I agree.
a professional sports game, you can tell when you sit down, it's a different environment.
Yeah, I agree. I've been to a few Knicks games.
I've been to 30 plus Patriot games, and it's just you feel that environment. And I think Diggs can say this too because we went to the preseason game last year. It just feels different.
Right. Yeah, I haven't been to many football games. Every time I go, it's preseason. It's always the Jets versus the Giants.
All I know is JM's taking me to the preseason game this year.
Nice.
So he's gonna take me to the next one next year.
If you make the Super Bowl again, you got to keep taking me.
Oh, I have to take you
Word.
to go to the Super Bowl? Fuck you, buddy.
Oh, you gotta wait. He said he's taking you to the preseason game.
No,
You
no.
gotta take him to a Super Bowl.
He's saying I gotta take him to another one.
Oh, this fucking guy.
Just so we can go back to the Super Bowl.
Just in case that's the same.
Hey, you guys got a better chance than fucking the Giants do. That's for sure.
Well, no, it's funny because every season I've ever went to, besides the first year I went to a Patriots game, which was with Diggs and his father, and they took me to my first Gillette Stadium game. I hadn't been to a Patriots game in years at that point, and that was the game where Tom Brady tore his ACL and missed the whole 2007 season. We witnessed Tom Brady tear his ACL. And then we not only heard, but we witnessed the air get sucked out of Boston simultaneously because of that game. But then that was the only game I ever went to in my entire life where I felt like we didn't have a shot at the Super Bowl. Every other year I went to a game, we had a shot. You know what I mean? And we went deep into the playoffs. We either lost in the conference or lost some bullshit. You know what I mean? But I've been to plenty of games in the season where we did go to the championship. We did win it and all that. But yeah, I think this year was weird because it was the first time me and him went to a game. And it was a new year, new coach. Tom Brady got a statue unveiled that same day. And then we did not expect our team to go to the Super Bowl that year. That was just not in our. There was no way me and Diggs ever would say that day, yeah, we look good, but we're going to win the Super Bowl this year. We would have never said that. There was no way we were going to say that. That was not even in our thought process.
Listen, you guys should be proud of your team.
No, we were very happy. We were very proud.
Very proud.
I think
The fact that whole team was what 95%
new
rookies?
Yeah, new. Yeah, it was rookies and second year, third year guys, and a bunch of free agents signed acquisitions. Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. So yeah, we were very proud and we were very happy. But I just think
Almost converted.
going to a pro sports like game like that is you don't expect that type of shit for the end
Nah,
result
not at
at the
all.
end of the year. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I want to try going to an actual Boston Bruins game.
Yeah, I want to go too. I want to go. I honestly, the one thing I haven't done yet, I have not been. And I'm a New Englander. I've lived in Rhode Island my whole life. I've never been to Fenway Park, like inside of
I
Fenway
should-
Park.
Oh, you gotta go, man.
We should make a trip. I've never been either.
Yeah, we gotta go, man.
There you go.
That's
We
like
we
one
gotta
of
play.
those legendary stadiums, bro.
I don't know if there's any legendary, more legendary stadium in sports anymore because
Well,
they
yeah.
Hoffman.
it's that in Green Bay, in my opinion.
Right.
All right. Well, from the dungeon. Thank you. Have a great day. Take care.
All right, well, switching to something that maybe Sanchez could help me talk about too a little bit. Switching over to baseball, because not only is opening day coming, but the World Baseball Classic just gave us one of the best finals we've seen. The final was USA versus Venezuela. Venezuela wins it 3-2, and when I tell you it was a close game the whole way, it was a whole man. It was one of the best games I've seen. Venezuela had 3 runs on 6 hits. USA had 2 runs on just 3 hits. So Venezuela was actually up by 2-0. Then in the 8th inning, Bryce Harper hits a 2-home run to tie the game. Yeah. And then right after that, top of the 9th, Eugenio Suarez hits the go-ahead double. That's the game right there. Final score was 3-2. And then the closer, Daniel Palencia, comes in throwing near 100 and shuts it down. 100 miles an hour. That's crazy. Sanchez knows. Back in the 90s, the fastest pitch was like 95, 96.
Yeah, up until Hideki Arabu came into the New York Yankees up in the late 90s, and he was pitching 102. And then now
Yeah,
102 is now the normal.
Yeah, no, it's hard enough that you throw 100 miles an hour, but to throw that with pinpoint accuracy, it's crazy how far baseball's gone with these pitchers. But yeah, big picture though, Venezuela wins their first WC ever. Michael Garcia was tournament MVP. He hit 385 average, 7 RBIs. And what stood out for me was their pitching. They held Team USA, which had a stacked lineup, to basically nothing all game. I don't know if you saw the game, Sanchez, but I saw the game and it was just
I did. It was well deserved. It was pure baseball. If you would have asked me 4 days ago, I would have thought that it would have been Dominican Republic and Venezuela.
I agree.
But
No,
it didn't
I
happen.
disagree on that. I disagree half on that. I really thought DR had the team to go all the way. And when USA beat them, I automatically thought USA has it in the bag. But Venezuela proved that pitching is the way to win a game.
I think the greatest thing about the game between USA and Venezuela was the fact that it had a profound impact for everybody out like that watched the game because like honestly I didn't watch the game directly and
Right.
Tosh, you were the one that kind of guided me through what was happening that night because I was
Right.
streaming and you were guiding me through what was going on. But that next day at work, I shit you not, I had to go to a certain apartment complex. I had to grab someone's wheelchair to fix, and I'm in the elevator with this older Hispanic man, and he's like, "Oh, did you watch the game last night?" And I lied. I said I did, just trying to make small chat. And he said, "Yeah, man, I thought the USA had it, but Venezuela they just couldn't be beat." And based off of what Tosh told me about the game. I was like, yeah, the U.S. just couldn't get on base, but Venezuela could get on base all they wanted. And the guy looked at me like, yeah, you're absolutely right. That's exactly how it happened. I fucking, in my head, blessed you so much for giving me the information that I needed for that
Word.
conversation. Just for casual conversation in an elevator. I was like, yeah, thank God for Tosh because I didn't know what the fuck happened otherwise. But you were telling me what was going on as it happened, and it felt like in a certain way. As
You was
like
watching it.
I was watching it. Honestly, I blame Diggs. Diggs, you got rid of YouTube TV. I can't watch it no more. You got this expensive fucking package. I can't watch with you. But nah, I'm just kidding, Diggs. It's not your fault.
Nah, yeah, but honestly, that moment with Hopper tying it and then Venezuela responding right away, I don't know, that made it feel like a real like a championship game. So yeah, it was a good game. All right, now with that being said, they rose right into the MLB season starting.
That's
But even before opening day, Phillies take a hit. Johan Rojas suspended 80 games. I'm not sure, Sanchez, if you can look this up. What he's being suspended for? Johan Rojas.
Another suspension?
I'm looking it up.
That's like half the season. But yeah, he's gone for half the season. No playoffs.
He tested positive for boldenone, the performance-enhancing substance violation of the league's joint drug prevention.
Yep, that'll do it. That'll do
You
it.
said joint?
Well,
Is
that's the he's talking about he's talking about the restrictions of the league. Like
yeah, it's called the joint.
Okay.
Yeah, the league it's called the joint drug prevention.
Got you. Yeah, no. So he's this is a guy with like 50 plus stolen bases. So you're losing speed, defense, all of that immediately.
What is
So
he getting
that's
paid for it, or is he not?
huh?
Without pay.
Without pay?
Yep.
Yeah, without pay. I mean, come on.
and we brought this up a few weeks ago on a few episodes ago about what's his name that got suspended.
Jerickson Profar, and he tried to appeal his suspension, and this actually just broke this morning. He tried to appeal his suspension, and they said no, you're still suspended.
Yeah, and then
Nice.
and if I'm not mistaken, Sanchez, the big thing we brought up that episode was when you get suspended for something like that, you also lose all your endorsements. So that's extra money out of your pocket you lose on top of your regular salary. So that's really the big kicker there. So when you're a big sports star like that, and then you get in trouble for some shit like that, then yeah, you don't just lose your regular pay, you lose any endorsements that come along with it.
Mhm.
So you get a big hit to the pocketbook right there.
Yeah, I don't understand these guys, man.
Yeah, I don't
Why
either.
they do this to their careers, bro?
You got the world. You got the world at your fingertips. You're making more money than people could imagine, and
That they'd imagine.
and you still find a way to fuck it up. I don't understand it myself. I don't get it.
It is, man. And this me and Sanchez was talking about this earlier this morning. I just found out about this too. Netflix is getting involved with baseball.
Really?
Oh well,
Yeah,
that doesn't surprise me though, because Netflix in the last 5 years has added NFL and NBA to their
Yeah.
live streaming during
And
holidays.
WWE.
It's funny you say that because it's huge because they've been behind media for a while. So
All right, well,
it's good. I don't know. It depends how you want to look at it.
Well, Sanchez just mentioned WWE, but I understand WWE, but that's a whole different like kind of content acquisition because they didn't just get live events for WWE; they got libraries. But
Yeah.
when it comes to the NFL and the NBA, NBA was first actually. I remember it was almost 5 or 6 years ago. it was actually longer than that, I think. My grandparents were still alive and at home when the NBA first put a game on Netflix. I remember having to show my grandfather how to put the game on TV in the living room so everyone could watch the NBA game because it was on Netflix. And that was the first ever like sporting event I can remember. It was a Christmas day. Everyone was at the house. It was Christmas Day. I don't know, Sanchez, if you can look that up. But that was the first sporting event on Netflix I can remember. And I think that was like pre-COVID. I'm pretty sure that
I
was
looked that up.
I'm pretty sure that was pre-COVID. But since then, obviously, we know we get NBA games. We know we get NFL games on Netflix now. And WWE is the newest acquisition in the past year that we got on Netflix. So Netflix is, in a way, taking over the world. If it's up to them, they would take over the world. They
It
got
was,
Absolutely.
it was a golf tournament.
golf tournament.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It says a
That was
golf
on Netflix?
tournament. Yeah, it was the first aired live Netflix sports event.
Sports.
What's the date on that?
2023, but you're saying that this was earlier than COVID, right? Was it another service maybe?
No. I feel like it had to be. Let's see. When was the first NBA game on Netflix? Huh. I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah, because I don't remember seeing any NBA on Netflix.
I mean, unless it wasn't Netflix. Maybe I'm thinking it's Netflix and it wasn't. When first.
I want to say Amazon was the first time they were.
Yeah, I think it was. I think that's what it was. But I'm trying to find it.
I can see Amazon doing the first one.
Hold on.
Yeah, you good?
Do they stream NBA games on Twitch?
I forgot Twitch too. Well, did they
I don't know.
broadcast basketball?
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I think that at a certain extent, the internet does not run to recognize COVID. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think anybody does.
I'm pretty sure the internet doesn't want to recognize COVID. I'm gonna put that out there. Anything pre-COVID
right.
or during COVID. We did I definitely remember a Christmas where
Might have been fine.
But yeah, anyway, Netflix, they're involved in baseball. They're actually streaming opening night, and they'll also be streaming the home run derby. Now, that's all I know. I don't know if they're going to be streaming anything else, like games or anything else. But that's all I know so far.
Well, no one really when it's All-Star week. No one really watches anything else but the home run derby or the All-Star game. They don't watch the celebrity softball game or the
Nobody watches that.
Future Stars game either.
I remember where baseball was so popular, all we would watch was the home run derby because we knew everyone was gonna crank it out of the park.
Yeah, but it's changed over the years. They added many different things to it now.
Yeah, they don't want everyone to be making it so easy, right?
Yeah, I mean, it used to be where you just hit home runs and that's it. Whoever hit the home runs the most was the winner. Now they added a whole bunch of different things that you have to do. You got rounds and You got money balls. So yeah. But yeah, then you got spring training. That's wrapping up. This is really where our teams start operating, well, separating everything. Because at this point, it's not about experimenting anymore. It's about, final decisions. So you're seeing teams cutting guys, sending players down, locking in those last roster spots. And some of those cuts aren't even random players. It's guys who were actually competing for real roles, but just didn't perform well enough in camp. At the same time, you got players fighting their way onto rosters. You see guys have big spring performances and earn spots just off a few weeks of play. So it's really like this is where careers can change, really quick. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much what I got for now.
Nice. All right. Well, wrapping that up, let's go right into Diggs' final cut. Diggs, what we got this week?
This week is 13 Ghosts. I don't know if you've seen it. I know Tosh said he's watched it this week.
Did you watch it this week, Tosh?
Oh, I did. I when he 13 goes, absolutely.
All right.
When he brought it up, I saw it. I forgot how good the movie was.
It's one of my favorites.
All right.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Let's get you into it, and then we'll get into Kill or Keep.
After the death of his mysterious uncle, Arthur Criticos, inherits a strange glass house filled with occult symbols and mechanical walls. Soon he discovers the house is actually a supernatural machine designed to contain 12 dangerous ghosts. When the family moves in, the ghosts escape and begin terrorizing everyone inside. With help from psychic Dennis Rafkin and ghost hunter Klein, Arthur learns the spirits are part of a ritual meant to power a device called the Aclarius.
Aclarius Infernum.
Thank you. A machine that can reveal everything in the universe. Each ghost
I
has
love this part right here.
Each ghost has a tragic backstory, unique appearance, making some of the most memorable monsters in the early 2000s. Also must ultimately stop the machine before the house destroys everyone inside.
All right, so we're gonna do Kill or Keep this week, but so Tosh, you saw it as well, right?
Yes.
So what I'm gonna do this week is gonna be a little different. We're gonna do Kill or Keep, but we're gonna do with each of you one at a time. So when I said Kill or Keep, we're gonna ask Diggs first, and then I'm gonna ask you the second time. Does that sound good?
Before we start, have you seen this movie?
Wait, what do you say, Diggs?
Have you seen this movie?
No, I have not. So that's why I have to host the Kill or Keep. I'm sorry. I didn't. With all due respect, Diggs, we work together 5 days a week. You did not give me this homework at all at any point this week. You didn't even mention it to me. What?
Me and Tosh had a conversation in this chat.
With all due respect, you could have told me 100 times this week during work that I had to do this.
Well, good news is, starting this week, after the show is done, I got to pull 4 movies going up.
There we
which
go.
I'll announce next week what the movie is. But for next week, we're going to watch the new Toxic Avenger. I believe it's on Amazon Prime.
Wait, hold on. I'm confused now. You're already choosing the movie next week, but I thought there was a poll coming up.
The poll is going to be announced on next week's show. So it gives them that Friday, Saturday, Sunday to watch it during the weekend. And next week, another poll will go up.
Okay.
So get a full week.
So you're going to predetermine next week's Kill or
Yes,
Keep. And then, okay. All right. Just clarifying that.
Sorry, the confusion.
So I got homework next week. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right, guys. So Tosh and Diggs this week, something different, but we're gonna go with Diggs first in each category. Kill or Keep. So for 13 Ghosts, unique ghost designs, would you kill or keep? Diggs.
Keep. Each one kind of had that creepy, detailed backstory. I would love to see them break off and go into a series about each one.
So you think they could actually do a separate series just about that alone?
They are talking about it.
Oh, really? Oh, shit. Okay, that's great. Tosh, what do you think? Unique ghost designs, would you kill or keep
Oh,
this show?
I would keep it. That's a horror lineup for me. Each one of them has their own gimmick, to say the least. You know.
Okay.
I don't. He's talking about the show, but I don't know. It makes no sense because it's called 13 Ghosts, but there were technically 12. The
They're
13th would have been the
awesome.
father because he was supposed to be the sacrifice, and he would have became the 13th ghost. But I don't know. We'll see where that goes. But I'll keep
It's supposed to be like a
my.
miniseries.
Huh?
So it's supposed to be like a 12 episode miniseries, just giving the backstory of each one.
Oh, I would love to see that. It'll be one season, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
All right, keeping it moving. The glass house concept, would you kill or keep? Diggs.
I thought it was a very cool visual design. Made it a little bit different.
All right. Tosh?
I'm stuck in between. Um, but I don't know. I want to. I guess I'll keep. It's a cool concept. You know, you got a fully glass house, moving walls. You got spells written everywhere. It's like a puzzle box, rooms shifting and all that stuff. So it's like a maze. But yeah, I guess I'll keep.
What's funny to me is I haven't even watched this movie, but they had made a movie called The Glass House, like a thriller
Yeah.
bullshit movie. It was not the best movie ever, but I do remember them taking this concept and using it in other fashions in cinema. So it's funny that this is actually just a concept of one film where it was the main concept for other films. So it's funny. But
But you
moving,
know, you know what the thing is? The lore's deeper than people give it credit for. It's
Oh,
not just about. It's not just a film about ghosts chasing people. You know, there's actually a whole system behind it. But
yep.
yeah, people, you have to actually watch it to understand it.
This is kind of a weird question, but moving on. Early 2000s CGI, kill or keep. Diggs, what do you got?
kill. Some of it doesn't hold up.
Really, I think it still holds up.
Go ahead.
I feel like, especially that part when the was I think it's the lawyer when he gets split in
Oh,
half.
a good scene.
And then the funny part when the nanny was like, when they was like, "Where's the lawyer?" Oh, I forgot his name. And the nanny was like, "I think he split." I found that funny. I don't know. I don't know. I think it still holds up. If you watch it again, I think you feel the way I feel.
Oh,
I'll keep.
I watch it at least once or twice a year.
I
I
think it
mean,
holds up.
I mean, for me, whenever it comes to old school like graphics and design, for me, I just think I don't know. I guess you have to live in that era to really appreciate it. Where
Right.
if you're if you were born after the fact, then you're not going to appreciate it the same way because you were
I
born.
agree with Sanchez. It does deserve a remaster.
Yeah.
Bring back. Oh well, I mean, if you could bring this guy back, Matthew Lillard, right,
Yeah.
as his character, it'd be
I'm,
great.
I'm I'm sorry, I have to interject one last time. The CGI in this movie is absolute dog shit. And
Ah,
I
come
say
on.
well, look at this time, because look at the movies that were coming out prior to that were having way better CGI before that.
I've not seen this film, so I cannot argue with him. So he might be right. I got to watch it myself.
You have some people that say it's good, some people say it's bad. I'm not gonna argue. I feel like
But
it still holds up.
All right, but because we're short of time, let's move on. Ghost lore in mythology. Would you kill or keep Diggs? What do you got?
As highly unexplored. They can do so much more with that. I'm so here for it.
All right, what do you got, Tosh?
Ghosts in mythology, you said?
Yeah, the ghost lore, the mythology of the entire film.
Uh,
And you don't have to kill or keep. You can also go neutral.
yeah, I think I'm gonna go neutral. Yeah, I do agree they could do more, but back then it wasn't really more about getting deep into details. It was more about just blood, gore, all that stuff. But I feel like they could do more.
The backstories that set up with them, it's got me intrigued. I'm
So
seeing,
how long was the movie? It was like what, 90 minutes?
yeah, about an hour and a half, hour.
Yeah, I mean you can only fit so much.
That that's why I'm
Back then,
excited.
I don't know.
Oh, they actually do this show, seeing those backstories.
It's a good watch. I give it a
Well, hold on.
7.5 out of 10.
Don't do your final
Oh,
shit yet.
sorry.
We got a couple of categories left. All right, the final killer keep is rewatchability before we get to the final call. So rewatchability, would you kill or keep? Diggs, what do you got there?
Keep 100%.
You love to rewatch it?
I watch it a few times a year.
Okay.
It's one of the movies that helped my love for horror.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So Tosh, what do you got? If you
I say keep. Short answer, yeah. Uh,
you be willing to watch this more than once?
yeah, I see why not. It's one of those movies that it gets better on rewatch once you know what you're looking at.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, so I mean, because like when you first watch it, it's chaos, and then when you watch it again, and you're like, there's actually a system here, you know. So I feel like yeah, if you watch it first time, it's definitely gonna be like, what the hell is going on? It's a bunch of madness. But once you watch it again, you start piecing everything together, and you're like, oh, okay, I see what's going on.
Sean Tubi, you can watch it this weekend,
There you go.
right along with the
There
top.
you go. You two got homework.
There you go, folks. All right, the final call. The entire movie in its entirety. It's kill or keep Diggs. What do you got?
Keep it. It's not a perfect movie, but it's fun.
Yep.
The house is a wild haunted house concept. It's a cult favorite. You gotta keep it.
All right. Tosh, what do you got?
I'm keeping it. I don't care what nobody says. The movie's too unique to kill. It has flaws, but
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I still watch it. I still keep watching. I'll keep it.
All right.
It's great. It's a good movie to sit down and watch.
All right.
I think he's gonna watch it this weekend.
I am. Who? JM is not gonna watch it.
I'll go to his house.
He is
and
not gonna watch it. Even if it was the last thing to watch on TV, he's not gonna watch it.
I'll take away his Paramount Plus.
I would definitely watch it if it was a Rockstar produced video game. But anyway.
You should give it a shot.
But moving on, appreciate you guys so much. That is the entirety of the show tonight. Appreciate everybody so much. Diggs, Toshi Oh, and Sanchez. Appreciate you guys and what you do for the show every single week. And a shout out to everybody that watches from Clean Sanchez Media, from the Dungeon TV. We also had Kicking in here at one point, and everybody else that might be lurking. Appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. We will be here next week, but also make sure you check out everything Clean Sanchez Media. So tomorrow morning, we will have Morning Rips Tosh, you gonna be on the morning rips tomorrow morning?
No,
Yeah,
I wasn't.
I just wanted to ask that. I just thought it'd be.
I wasn't asked to be.
I just thought it'd be funny to ask you because I know you weren't gonna be on it. But anyway,
I
tomorrow
mean, if they
morning.
asked me to, I'll think about it, but I was never asked.
Well, you'd have to have your camera on, which is something that
Yeah, I
surpasses
know.
you a lot of the time.
I'm not in a position for that right now.
You could do it. You choose not to. That's
Yeah, I guess.
that's a lot of the issue. But anyway, I just wanted to bust your balls.
90% of the issue.
Yeah, definitely. But anyway, guys, tomorrow morning, morning rips, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can be right here on Clean Sanchez Media on YouTube. You can check out the morning rips. Also on Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you're going to check out Bong Rips and Video Games. And then also, when it comes to Monday, you'll get DD214. Make sure you check that out. And we'll be back here next Thursday after, I don't know, 2 more episodes of Morning Rips. But Digz, do you want to shout out your socials?
You can find me at Digz401 on all socials.
Nice. I asked you this last week, Tosh, but if you don't want to talk about your socials,
You could
it's a private.
follow me on Instagram,
Is it a
c.gonzalez.84.
It sounds private to me. Like you don't want.
I don't have I don't have anything professional related.
We'll fix them.
All right.
I didn't even think I was gonna be here this long. I thought I was gonna get fired after the second episode.
Yeah, you ain't getting fired. You're good. Anyway, guys, I'm the only JM. You can follow me at the only JM on all socials, and I'll probably be live here in a little bit back on twitch.tv/the only JM. I'm probably gonna recontinue my quest to finish Red Dead Redemption 2 on stream for the first
Sweet.
time in my career. So we're going to try to do that too also. But I appreciate everybody here, especially my producer, Sanchez. Shout out to Sanchez. And he's actually showing his voice for the first time in 9 episodes. So I appreciate him doing that. Thank you guys so much. And until next time, guys, we will see you next week here, Thursday at 9 p.m. Thank you.
They the homies.
We're the angels. He's Charlie.
Yeah. From the backyard to the turnbuckle flips. New England kids now they're running the clips.